Alright, so what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about how to graph and versus or inequalities. This one's called a conjunction or intersection. Conjunction or intersection. I like intersection better because it's where the two graphs intersect. Okay, this is called a union. The intersection is going to be basically the overlap. So the word "and" to me means overlap. What I would do is I'd put a basic example like this in your notes. Okay, "and" means overlap. Or just means graphing both. Alright, maybe instead of both, say everything. Everything. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to graph on an "and" problem just where they overlap. So let me throw a 0 on there. I need -2 and I need +3. Okay, those are all spaced appropriately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide, I got to first decide open or closed circle. Well, at 3 I put an open circle. Okay, and at -2 I put an open circle. Okay, so looking at the 3, I shade to the left. So take the negative, or that 0, and I shade to the left. And notice how I'm not actually coloring it in yet. I do these little false arrows which show me what it's going to look like. The -2, I'm going to put an open circle, and I shade to the right, because that's the way the arrow is pointing. X is greater than. So where do they overlap? It'd basically be everything in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade everything in between -2 and 3, just like that. And if you want to use a different colored pen, that'd be fine too. You can darken it in really nice and neat like that. Okay? So that's how we do an "and" problem. Just shade where they overlap. And sometimes they don't overlap. We'll get to that later. On a union, when it says "or," you shade everything no matter what. So look, I'm going to put 0 right down there. There's 5. There's 10. Okay, so I got to shade open circle at -5, shaded to the left. And you know what? I'm not even going to wait. I'm just going to start shading it right now because it doesn't matter if it's overlapping or not. We don't care. On an "or," you just shade everything. That looks pretty simple and clear. Okay? And for the other side, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the problem. I'm going to make this greater than or equal to just to show you one that's different. If it's equal to, you color in the circle, right? So we're coloring the dot on 10 and shaded to the right. So I'm going to get my different color out here. Boop. Boop, and we shade to the right on this one. And you're like, well, Mr. Clark, they don't overlap. It doesn't matter. It's a union. Ors, we shade both sections no matter what. Ands, you shade just where they overlap. Okay, so that's the key there. And overlap, ors, shade them both, or everything. There you go.